Hey guys, it's Clouds. Thanks for joining us for another video. Now this year, so many industries have been impacted by COVID-19, of course, and being in the travel industry, we just didn't know what to expect. But we have been so surprised, reassured, and motivated to still be receiving the same level of interest into future travelers. So many people have been getting in contact with us to plan their future working holiday dreams. So many questions about Australia. So it just goes to show that the backpacker community are as inspired as ever for their future travel adventures. And as soon as the borders open and international travel starts up again, everyone is ready to apply for their visa, book the flight, book onto tours, and head on their international adventures. Having said that, the way you would go about planning your trip abroad will be a little bit different at the moment. So this video is titled, How Do I Plan My Travels During COVID? We're here to provide you some comfort, some reassurance, point you in the right direction, and also give you some actionable tips. So things that you can actively do to be productive in planning your future travel adventures, but also not doing anything unnecessarily or overcommitting yourself in a time where it just wouldn't be beneficial for you. So I hope this video helps, and let's get started. The important question you're probably asking yourself is, do I apply for the working holiday visa now? It doesn't really make sense to do it now, so I would recommend holding off on applying for your visa. With the working holiday visa to Australia, it can take a maximum of 90 days to be approved. Before COVID happened, most visas were getting approved within a matter of hours, days, a couple of weeks, maximum about a month or so. So it is a fairly fast approval process. Even if you wanted to hop on the plane the day it was announced international travel was allowed again, it is highly likely that you won't be prepared or organized to go abroad that quickly. So even if the visa did take the maximum time frame of 90 days to be approved, that is still a relatively realistic time frame between when you find out you can travel again and you actually going, because there's so much to organize. Important things like your going away party, finishing up at work, saying goodbye to everyone. So you're not losing any time by leaving your visa application until you know for sure you can actually use it and travel abroad. You're also going to save yourself the stress of always having it in your mind that you've got a visa that you've been approved for, but you have no idea when you can actually use it. So it's better to just hold off. As soon as you know you can hop on a plane again, then you can apply for it. Now, what you can do for yourself in the meantime in regards to the visa is just to stay informed and sign up to things like newsletters to make sure that as soon as the news breaks out or things change in terms of borders opening up and international travel being on the horizon, then you are also the first to know in a timely manner. So for example, the team here at Welcome to Travel, we have a newsletter for that exact reason. So as a way of doing yourself a favor and staying informed but without overcommitting to applying for the visa that you don't know when you can use yet, sign up for our newsletter and make sure you're getting the information as soon as it comes out. The next question you probably have is, should I book the tour now? You can if you want, but the direct answer would be that it's absolutely not necessary. What you should be doing after you've established which tour that you're interested in, you should be going to the website and reading up on the terms and conditions, because they are very likely to have changed or been adjusted by tour operators since COVID happened. So they might be a little bit different to what they were pre-COVID. The first thing that you should be looking for is flexibility. So if you were to put a deposit down and secure your spot, can you change the date? So naturally, I'll just use us as an example. So the Welcome to Travel terms and conditions before COVID happened stated that up to 28 days before the departure of that tour that you had a spot on, you have the option of changing that date an unlimited amount of time. So as long as it's no less than 28 days before that tour is set to begin, you have the option of changing the date of the tour that you want to attend. Now, this policy has been adjusted again since COVID happened. So instead of it being 28 days, it's now 14 days, because we understand that you need the flexibility and your travel plans may be changing so much depending on what happens with international travel. Basically, because of COVID, our policy now states that as long as it's no less than 2 weeks before the tour that you're booked onto was set to commence, you are able to change the week that you want to go on. So it could be any other tour, any time of the year. You could delay it, you could do it earlier, and as long as it's no less than 2 weeks before that we get an email confirming this from you or notifying us, then you can change that date completely for free. You also want to take note of the cancellation fees for anything that you book onto. That could be flights, that could be insurance policies, tour operators, activities that you book onto, absolutely anything. Also, if you're nervous about spots filling up on the departure date that you wanted to attend, but you don't want to commit fully because there's just a couple more things in your planning phase that need to fall into place for you, then just go ahead and contact the tour operators. So for example, contact us directly and ask, hey guys, this tour week that I'm interested in, is it filling up really quickly? Would you advise that I need to book or secure my place with a deposit in the next couple of days, weeks? So it's totally acceptable to just contact us directly as the borders start to open and people start booking their international travels, to just inquire and gauge from us directly about whether you need to stress about securing your spot or if it's not as urgent as you think. Do I reach out for expert advice, or what experts are available to help me plan my trip now? Many of you are probably now aware that a lot of major international travel agents that you previously might have relied on are no longer available or here to help. Understandably, hearing about major travel agencies going under in the news can make you feel a little bit overwhelmed. It's something that you might not have considered before now. A lot of agents and experts that can help you and guide you in the right direction, or perhaps have even more knowledge, are the ones that are actually on the ground and living in the destination that you want to visit. And I think this is what a lot of people are starting to realize, just judging by the amount of future travelers that have been getting into contact with us over this time. So even though you might have felt previously more comfortable about the traditional model of going into a shop of a travel agent and having that face-to-face interaction and help booking your future travel plans, we just have to change the way that we do that and the way in which we communicate. And I think a lot of us are already getting so used to the new norm of virtual face-to-face interaction over Skype, FaceTime, Zoom, all those avenues that are just actually working so well for us all now. Just be open to changing your mindset and virtually reaching out to the travel experts who, although they might be on the other side of the world in Australia, they are on the ground, and you need to see that as an opportunity, that they have the same knowledge and if not more, and you can communicate and plan in the exact same way. It's just through a computer screen. A lot of you have already figured this out, but for those that feel really overwhelmed and burdened by the news of a lot of traditional travel agents going under in this time, please don't hesitate to reach out to us with whatever avenue you feel most comfortable with. So it might be a call, it might be a Zoom meeting or Skype, it could be just Messenger, WhatsApp, or through Instagram. We're here, and that's pretty much what we've been doing this entire time since the borders closed. But to summarize, do you apply for the working holiday visa now? No, you can wait until you know international travel is going to start up again. By waiting, you most certainly will not lose any time as well, and you'll save yourself some unnecessary stress. Make sure you do stay informed and know exactly when the right time to apply for your visa is by signing up to newsletters, and again, ours is in the description bar below. Do I book the tour now? Possibly. Again, it's completely up to you, but just make sure that you go onto the website of the tour operator that you are interested in, check out their terms and conditions, and make sure that they offer the flexibility of your booking that you need. And do you reach out for expert advice? Yes, absolutely. Please don't be overwhelmed or deterred by the impact that COVID has had on the travel industry, because the experts are still there ready to help you out, and they're on the ground basically in the destination that you're interested in, so they can provide the help and support that you were already going to want to look for in the traditional travel agency model, but they are there experiencing it on the ground. So just make sure you reach out to them and ask them exactly what you want to know. Now that all the adulting is out of the way, it's time to get you excited and inspired. So the first thing you can do is add yourself to a range of relevant and useful Facebook groups. By doing this, you not only realize that there are so many other people in the exact same position and mindset as you, but you'll be able to share and absorb the tips and tricks about how to go about planning your adventures as well. The groups that we recommend signing up for are Australia Backpackers 2020, Backpackers in Melbourne 2020, and Australia Travels, which perhaps is one of the most important ones for future travelers. I'll put all the links to these Facebook groups in the description below for you. And finally, find your favorite travel YouTubers who have gone and created videos and content within the destinations that you're interested in traveling to yourself, and just binge watch them. These videos are also the best way to compile your own bucket list. Have you ever watched someone's travel videos and thought, oh, that specific destination that they went to, or that experience, or that tour, that that cafe, that meal that they ate, that adrenaline destination that they went to. Well, two of the main travel YouTubers that we recommend for coming to Australia are Unjaded Jade and Holly Gabrielle. They of course joined us on our Welcome to Melbourne, the 8-day tour, and did a complete video on their experience with us. But a lot of people don't realize is that we actually planned their entire customized travel itineraries. For Jade, she went up the East Coast and had one of the most amazing trips, and that was completely organized and planned by our co-founder Daryl, and he also did the exact same thing for Holly. And that is my dream trip around Australia that Holly went on. She now has definite bragging rights for saying that she's probably seen more of Australia than most Australians. So head over to your favorite travel YouTubers, go to their Australian videos, let them inspire you, and start compiling your own bucket list based on the things that you saw that you would love to also replicate yourself. And to give an idea of what I'm talking about, here is some footage from their Australian adventures. I hope you guys found this video useful and that it's provided a little bit of comfort and reassurance for everyone that's wanting to travel in the future to Australia and on a working holiday visa. I guess the main message I want you to take away from this is stay optimistic and motivated about the future of international travel. If you're someone in this position that wants to start planning their trips abroad but doesn't want to do anything unnecessarily or that doesn't make sense during this time, do not hesitate to reach out for us. And even if it's just the smallest question that you think, oh, I don't want to bother them with that right now, no, please get into contact with us with any question that you do have, big or small, because we just love doing it. We love helping you guys out, and it's why we're here. So we'll see you sliding into these Facebook groups and our DMs, and hopefully in the future we'll see you right here as well. Not in my living room, obviously, just Melbourne and Australia. Can't wait.